US prosecutors recently announced charges against 24 individuals for allegedly participating in a plot to launder more than $50 million in drugs. Hailing an important result in their fight against Chinese money laundering networks they claim are collaborating with Mexican drug gangs. It's one of the largest busts yet, as federal agencies raise up their efforts to target the most powerful Chinese money laundering rings, which experts and officials tell CNN are the go-to partners for Mexico's most dangerous drug cartels that traffic fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine into the US. So let's begin today's video. The network. The criminal network is said to consist of a variety of Chinese, Mexican, and American men who acted as money brokers, couriers, and traffickers in a complex plan to obtain large sums of money from the sale of methamphetamine and cocaine in the Los Angeles region and launder it for the Sinaloa cartel. 10,000 fake fentanyl pills were also seized in the operation, according to the DEA. DEA Administrator Ann Milgram stated at a press conference held by the U.S. Court for the Central District of California, which includes Los Angeles, that these Chinese criminal money laundering networks can move money faster, cheaper, and at a fraction of what is usually charged. Fatal overdoses involving fentanyl have more than doubled over the past 5 years. The Biden administration is looking for innovative methods to stop the funding and supply of fentanyl due to the drug's disastrous effects. Every year, federal authorities manage to seize several tons of fentanyl and other drugs at the southern border. But in recent months, there has been a more aggressive effort to put a dent in the cartel's coffers by seizing its cash. Though the drug trade is using cryptocurrencies more and more, there is still plenty of cash to move around. One Chinese lady detained in Oregon in April is suspected of managing a network of couriers who made more than 100 cash deposits totaling $17 million at banks ranging from California to Virginia. According to authorities, another guy, reportedly part of another laundering network, was detained in South Carolina in March and found with about $200,000 in cash in his car after moving from state to collect money. Feds focus on Chinese launderers. In an effort to find and stop Chinese money launderers who are cooperating with the cartels, the DEA, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Treasury have all launched new measures in the past year. According to a senior Treasury official who spoke with CNN, the Treasury Department is increasing the use of IRS agents and financial information from its Financial Crimes Enforcement Network Bureau to find Chinese money launderers operating in the US. Homeland Security Investigations, a DHS division, established a section in the Washington, D.C. region to exchange intelligence with other law enforcement agencies and banks regarding Chinese money laundering and other risks. According to Senate testimony in April from senior HSI official Ricardo Mayoral, the Cross-Border Financial Crimes Center has been working to combat a particularly effective tactic used by money launderers: the use of fake, but very convincing, Chinese passports to open bank accounts in the United States. The DEA formed a new unit to track illicit finance last year because we started to see so much crossover between the cartels when it comes to laundering money, DEA Chief of Operations William Kimball told the same Senate panel. A US-based lawyer who has represented accused Chinese money launderers stated that the pace of law enforcement operations against the alleged launderers has risen in recent weeks as federal investigators focus on bigger fish among Chinese money launderers in the US. According to the lawyer, federal investigators have been interviewing accused Chinese money launderers and cross-checking the identities provided by witnesses in search of more senior members of the money laundering ring. Elaborate networks. Recent court filings revealed the vast and complex networks of suspected Chinese money launderers based in the United States. In an indictment handed by a grand jury in North Carolina in March, federal prosecutors accused Enhua Fang, a 37-year-old Chinese woman, of overseeing an incredibly active cell for laundering money for the cartels. According to the indictment, Fang's couriers made over 100 cash deposits totaling $17 million at institutions across California and Virginia. In another example this spring, DEA agents with drug-sniffing dogs stopped a 46-year-old man named Li Pei Tan on the side of the road in South Carolina and discovered about $200,000 in cash, 2 cell phones, and a laptop in his car, according to an affidavit. According to court filings, it was the culmination of a years-long undercover operation by federal investigators to penetrate a money laundering ring spanning from China to Belize that reportedly laundered hundreds of millions of dollars in drug money for cartels. Tan, a Chinese-born man who lived in Georgia, is one of two individuals accused of driving across the United States to collect fentanyl sales proceeds from cartel associates, taking a cut for themselves, and then laundering the money through bank accounts in the United States and abroad, mirror transactions. According to experts, Chinese money launderers have mastered the art of mirror transactions, which entail a sequence of deposits at various bank accounts to hide narcotics money. For example, a money mule working for a Chinese money laundering ring will collect cash from a cartel operative who sold fentanyl in a certain US state. The money launderers will then transfer a similar amount of money to a bank account in China that is registered in the name of a front firm. Once it is received, members of the Mexican money laundering network will credit cartel-controlled bank accounts with a reciprocal amount of pesos. The strategy eliminates the need for money to physically cross borders or go through the authorized banking system. Mirror transactions enable Chinese money launderers to sidestep international monetary rules, according to David Luckey, a fentanyl-focused homeland security expert at Rand Corporation. It creates the ability to move money without moving money. Finally, the Chinese money launderers' practices make it difficult to track down the money and acquire information on all parties involved. Thanks for tuning in to another eye-opening episode on capital crimes, where we uncover the truth behind the dollars and cents. Before you go, fam, remember this: knowledge is power and action is key. If you're as passionate about uncovering financial wrongdoing as we are, then don't forget to drop a comment below with your thoughts, smash that subscribe button, and share this video with the squad. Together, let's keep exposing the dark side of the financial world and keep chasing the truth.